Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Richardson, and yes, I am the WCPW review guy. And the first thing I want to jump into right now is the fact that we got a different kind of format coming up. Yes, I know, the second weekend, and the guy who looks like Drew Carey's illegitimate son is changing the format up. Breaking it into 3 different shows. We're going to be doing the review here, and then of course we'll do a top 10 after this. And then later on I will be doing the recap, which I'll be more kayfabe-ish during the recap. This is definitely going to be more my own real personal opinion, Daniel's real, but I'll definitely be more in character. Like, I'll pretend the microphone's actually plugged in on the other show. But here we go, let's get into review. And guys, it was a great episode of WCPW Loaded. Let's just get right into it. Right off the bat, let me just go ahead and cover this. I know that, basically the show is, they basically shoot over a weekend, once a month, and so I'm sure this is the exact same night as last week's episode of Loaded. But still, production value is still great. I think the ring looks good. I mean, it looks like a legit setup. That's the main thing. I've seen, quite a bit of, internet-only, wrestling promotions, and for the most part, they're dog shit. I mean, I'm sorry to say that. They are. But this one actually has really good production values. I think it looks very legit, from the Titantron down to the ring, and the studio space I don't know what kind of space it is. It says it's from the warehouse, but it looks real. I mean, it really does. So I mean, I'm really digging that. Commentary once again knocks it out of the park. I really enjoy the team of Ross and Miller. I think they're great. I know now, like, Simon Miller's kind of pursuing a pro wrestling interest. Like, he's actually going into the world of professional wrestling as a wrestler, which I really hope he doesn't really. I don't know. A part of me, like, don't get me wrong, I really hope the guy succeeds. If you're watching, bro, I hope you do a great job. But I'm also kind of like, like, it's gonna break it. If he does great, it's gonna break this team up. And this team has like a certain kind of chemistry that just it's really perfect. They're great. This whole night they were great. And then of course backstage, I mean, let's face it, they were kind of really down on themselves for the production values backstage, which I think they were just too hard, because I mean, it didn't look that bad. Look at my background. This is bad. This is horrible. What the green screen brick wall wasn't that bad at all, guys. But they did opt for a grayish background, so you know what? Don't look that bad. It really doesn't. So no, it looked good. So the first segment, and I will say another thing, just real quick, and then we'll get into the actual show, dude. The crowd's on fire, and that's the thing about any kind of indie show across the world that has their own like loyal following. It's the great thing about it is the crowd is so fired up that if you're just listening, like you don't see the event, you're just listening, you'd swear you're at like WrestleMania or something. Like, seriously, because I mean the crowd was so fucking amped up, it was insane. It really was. So yeah, like I said, when the crowd's into it, it's easier for the viewer to get into it as well. So, all right. So the first segment, Adam Pacitti, our general manager, went out there and he banned the pile driver because it broke a security guard's neck. I love the segment. I love when he made the comment like lesser, smaller promotions have banned the pile driver. That's just brilliant. I love that. So yeah, that was, good stuff right there. Dude, he's natural out there in front of the crowd. And I love it because the crowd, they respect him. That's the thing. Like, even when he made the call and they were chanting bullshit, they didn't quite go after him. Like, they're just like, that's bullshit. But then they still gave him the respect as he, like, went on to, whatever, to continue this conversation. It was just great. I loved it. So, yeah, first match of the night was Drake versus Primate. Of course, had Susie in his corner. Good match. As a squash match. It was just basically to show Primate as, the dominant new beast here in WCPW. So it definitely served its purpose and everything. I don't want to come off sound like a complete douche. I really don't. The guy keeps pushing his glasses up. Don't want to come off sound like an asshole. I don't know how I feel about Susie just yet. Like, and I'm not sure if it's her husband or brother or whatever, but I think she's somehow connected to the other guy, James Kennedy. Sorry, James R. Kennedy. I think they're somehow connected, but he comes off as a manager. Adam Blompier comes off as a perfect manager, and she just kind of feels like she's just there. And I don't mean that as an insult. I really don't, because I mean I know that's one thing I want to get off the clear right now is I know everybody works at the show. they're doing their thing, and they're all they're doing it for our entertainment. So believe me, I appreciate that. I'm just coming on. This is just my critique, my review, and it just seems awkward that she's the manager. So I don't know. I'm waiting to see how it unfolds as time goes on. It does look like we're going. They're pushing for the Primate Joe Coffey feud, which I know last week I was kind of douchey about Joe Coffey. It wasn't necessarily him as a because I like once again. Tons of respect to all the performers in the ring. You guys do an excellent job. Just the character itself made no sense. A guy whose basic gimmick is he wears an Iron Man mask and he comes out with air guitar and Black Sabbath. I don't get it. It just seemed kind of ridiculous. But for some reason, I'm excited now about the feud he's going to enter with Primate. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Another just side note. All the guys in the England area look alike. These big, huge beard, lumberjack looking motherfuckers. Seriously, Primate, Drake, Big Damo, and Joe Coffey. Dude, they all look like the same guy. In fact, the interview segment that was interrupted last week when Joe Coffey was talking and Primate walked out, I thought it was Big Damo. I'm not making that up. I was like, oh shit, what's Big Damo doing? He's going to make a big impact. No, it was a different guy altogether. They all look alike. All white people look alike to me. So anyway, but no, good match, solid match, enjoyed it. Like I said, it definitely served its purpose. The next match was a tag team. Now, each week I will be revealing, the best match of the night as well as the worst match of the night. And unfortunately, I do have to give the tag team match between Prince Amin and Gabriel Kidd going up against Joseph Connors and Joe Hendry. I have to get the label of worst match of the night, and I apologize. But here's, I got complete justification for it. It just felt like I was excited because, we hadn't seen a tag match yet in WCPW, and I was like, here we go. And I liked the people in it, and it had good story going into it. Two new teams, they're formed together. So I was like, here we go. This is, shit's gonna get down, it's gonna get real, and it just never got started. I can go comedy every now and then, but it was just like Connors and Hendry. I guess it kind of fits more Hendry than Connors, I would think. Their character, I guess, goofing off more and everything. But it really just made the other two look very weak. They're goofing off in the corner, and then they just kind of beat the shit out of the other two. Once again, I understand why they went this direction, because you're trying to form two different storylines here. I'm assuming we're going to, eventually have Gabriel Kidd get a little bit of redemption for being bitch slapped by Prince Amin. And then, of course, you're going to have more of a slow building storyline, I would assume, with Connors and Hendry, because right now they're you're already starting that tension. It's going to be all about Hendry, and of course Connors eventually going to get fed up with it. So I'm really curious to see that. And the truth is, Joseph Connors is probably one of my favorite guys in the Federation right now. I see big things for him. I see him shooting up the ladder. So I get it. We're taking baby steps. This is only episode 2. This is only episode 2. So we can't just keep we can't fill it all quickly. So you gotta have these guys climb up. I understand that. So clearly this is gonna be a speed bump for Connors. And I mean, no disrespect against Hendry, but and another thing, Hendry, I see him more as like a heel anyway, so I'm glad they are taking him there. He's too arrogant. But the problem is, dude, the crowd's fucking behind him. The crowd loves him. He's easily the most popular guy of the 4 that's out there right there. Literally. So, but wait and see how it goes and everything like that. And like I said, no disrespect, but it is my least favorite match of the night. Going into my favorite match of the night, El Ligero versus Jay Lethal. Now, once again, not only have I been out of the wrestling scene for a long time before this came around, but I don't know much about the indie scene, especially the indie British scene. So I don't know any of these fuckers. When I first started watching, Jay Lethal's the only one I didn't know. So when I already heard he was joined the roster, I was really excited about that, because I was a big fan of his when I did watch TNA. I got out before the whole Black Machismo thing. I don't know what that was all about, and people seem to like it. I don't know, it just seemed ridiculous to me when I heard about it, but regardless, the dude, easily match of the night right here. Like I said last week, I was a big fan of El Ligero, or still am a big fan of El Ligero, and I'm curious, he's another one I want to see go up, and I wanted to see him in a match that actually showcased his ability. Because last week was just a comedy match, and I was like, as much as it was fun to watch and everything, I want to see this guy spread his wings and fucking fly, and I felt like he got to do that, in this match. The only nitpick I'm gonna make on this match, and that's just all I'm a fat asshole in a suit that makes him look fatter. Actually, my neck don't usually bulge up like this. Usually I'm wearing a t-shirt. Regardless, my only critique of this match was it took a minute to get started, but once it did, it was over. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was with the crowd. Like, I know that's kind of a chant they kind of maybe gave away, like, you know, fight forever, fight forever. But I wanted to see it keep going. Like, I was like, no, let's fuck it, bump the next match, fuck it, give these guys the time to do it. Awesome match, great, you know. When he hits that springboard, or no, yeah, through the middle rope springboard, get back in the ring and, you know, did the cutter. Dude, fucking awesome right there. Ending wasn't that bad, I'll be honest with you. I can see people bitching about the no contest ending. But, you know, once again, I know Jay Lethal, of everybody on the roster, he may be the one that won't be the most available, even though I know they only wrestle like maybe once a month for the WCPW. He is the Ring of Honor, you know, world champion, so I mean, he may not always be here for the, you know, so I get that. So, you know, it does make sense to kind of, you know, let El Ligero and then Martin Kirby, who interfered in the match, you know, let that, you know, feud. But once again, I kind of feel the same way I did, you know, with Joseph Connors. Like, I want to see El Ligero keep going to the top, but I get it. We're at the, you know, we're at the genesis of this company right now. Once again, only week 2, so I mean, we can't just throw all the big storylines out there yet. You gotta have everybody kind of climb up. So I get it. El Ligero's gotta fuck with Kirby for a little bit longer, but I hope the next match isn't as goofy. Like, I just really hope, like, now, I mean, there's gonna be some legit anger, there should be, because Kirby just cost Ligero his shot at the Ring of Honor Championship. So, you know, hopefully we won't get a goofy match next time. We'll actually get some crazy shit. 'Cause I want to see the best out of Kirby too. I want to see what he has. So. And then finally the main event, which was Noam Dar, if I'm pronouncing that right, going up against Rampage. And of course, Adam Blampier was in his corner. So this match, I was a little disappointed by, and once again, I'm nitpicking. It was a great match. It was a fine match. It did good. But the only question I had was, like, they're trying to make Rampage this other monster. Like Big Damo last week against Joe Hendry. Yes, Hendry got some shots in, but for the most part, Big Damo dominated that match. It made him look effective. He's going to this match looking good, and I was like, okay, last week we saw Rampage destroy a security guard. I mean, he was causing, you know, pardon the pun, rampage. You know, he's rampaging around the ring, causing destruction. So I was like, all right, we're going to get, you know, more of that, right? Like, he's going to continue this, you know, he's the top heel. He's going to be the, you know. So whenever, you know, Adam Blampier said, like, you know what, we're going to pile drive anybody we want. Doesn't fucking matter. I was like, all right, go up against Noam Dar. Now, I get it from, like, a professional standpoint. You don't want to just make the other guy look completely horrible in the ring, especially this guy, because he is in the WWE Cruiserweight Classic, which I don't watch much WWE, so I can care less about that, and I'm not just saying it to suck up the WCPW. I just been out of the product for so long. Like, to me, WWE got boring. This is the first thing that came along to actually pique my interest, which is why I'm doing the show. Like, this show will be on as long as you guys are on. So keep going so I don't lose my job. So anyways, but no, I get it. You know, you don't want Noam Dar to look like a complete douche out there. But at the same time, it was like they made him look better than Rampage. Like, literally, Noam had, like, the entire, like, he had the, you know, upper hand in that match for the most fucking time. Like, it really was just like, it's all Noam. So it made Rampage look a bit weak. Like, even when I do my kayfabe recap here in a little bit, it's going to reflect that, like, you know, wow, he really kind of, you know, I was expecting him to dominate this small cruiserweight, and in fact, he didn't. The other thing was kind of odd. I'm just kind of curious where it's going to go, storyline-wise. And once again, you know, as fans, we shouldn't be trying to dictate what the bookers and writers are trying to do. We should enjoy it and watch it, but just, I'm curious, like, what the fuck are they going to do? Because Rampage, you're expecting him to go for the pile driver, and, you know, to show he didn't care what, you know, what the fuck ever. Because it wasn't a match, even though Noam seemed to kind of confused during his promo. This match wasn't for a spot, you know, for the title. Rampage already has a spot. It's already booked. Rampage versus Big Damo. So, like, this was just a match for Rampage. Now, I get, like, realistically and logically, Rampage, you know, if he would have used a pile driver, you know, any actual, you know, general manager or whatever would be like, hey, I told you it was banned, you disobeyed, you know, defiantly you disobeyed, so guess what, you're out of the title. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like when Blampier was like, you know, pile driving, and Rampage just kind of looked at him with his own defiance, like, no, and he does a sit-out powerbomb. Fine sit-out powerbomb, by the way, I liked it. And once again, it looked good, and it won in the match, but it's just like, okay, so now is there going to be friction now between these two guys? Like, what's going into, you know? So we'll go, like I said, it's all interesting. I'm tuning in next week. So, I mean, it's all good stuff. It's just my own questions. But like I said, overall, guys, the night was great. Keep it up. Like I said, I can't wait till the next episode. And yeah, like I said, just keep it going. I'm curious to see where we're going from here. So guys, this has been Daniel Richardson, and yeah, see you later.